You hear me? You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
What's going on? I see the Erica Badu vibes.
What?
Call it Erica Badu.
Don't even do that.
All right, so
I hope you're not recording right now.
definitely recording right now.
Are you kidding me? Can you start over? Come
Definitely
on.
recording. Like, nope, no starting over. Everything going up.
Everything is not going up. What's going on?
Everything go up.
Oh, Lord. Whatever.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have the wonderful Kenya Cyrus in the building.
The amazing, beautiful Kenya Cyrus in the
The
building.
amazing Kenya Cyrus is in the building. Right?
Hello, everyone.
She does. Tell them a little bit about yourself. Do the honest place.
Tell them a little bit about me. Well,
About you, what do you do?
Okay. I'm gonna say everything. Now, well, I'm an entrepreneur. I am 26 years old. I'm a financial professional. I'm a financial advisor. So I help families get out of debt, build wealth, and save towards retirement. And I love what I do because it's like helping the community. I love helping people, and the best way I feel that I can help somebody or anybody in general is just giving them more information on financial literacy. Because to be honest, you don't learn this information when you're in high school or when you're in college.
Definitely.
And I feel like if I would have learned this information when I was like 18, 19, I would have been better off than where I am now. So I just want to spread the word, give more information, more financial literacy. So anybody that's younger than me can be better off in life, like have a head start. Because it's like having a head start when you know financial literacy. You know how to handle your money, save better, you know where to invest your money and things like that. And if you're older than me and you have not been introduced to financial literacy, well, you need to be introduced, because you if you're not an entrepreneur, you work in a job and you don't necessarily know what to do with your money. You get your paycheck, you pay your bills, and then you spend the rest, right? But what if you save? You have two savings vehicles, some for retirement and then some for, you know, your leisure. At say if you want to go on a trip, or you just want to, at the end of the month, you want to buy yourself something because you believe that you deserve it because you've been working hard, then things like that. So yeah. What else about me? I'm funny, I'm silly, I'm a tad bit crazy. And it comes with my silly personality. I'm very bubbly, I'm very positive. I don't like negative vibes. I only like positive vibes. So if you're a positive vibe, we will definitely get along. Basically.
All right. So I have a few questions I have written down for you, right? So basically, I wanted you to bless the platform. So exposure on both ends, but I really want people to like you said, become more financially literate. It's crazy because in school, basically taught to wear a uniform, right? Get somewhere on time, do what you're told, and then go home.
Technically, you have to be in uniform, because you have to be, when you're an entrepreneur and you're doing things professionally, you have to be in a suit. You know,
there's a dress code.
There's a dress code. Blazer, slacks, a nice blouse, or a nice shirt. And if you're a guy, a nice tie. If not a tie, you know, you gotta open that one button, you know, because you don't have a tie, so you gotta let it pop your collar.
Hang a little
you gotta pop your collar. And when you're a woman, you could wear either, you know, blazer, slacks, a blouse, or a shirt, or you can wear a dress with a blazer, or like a dress, but you know, you can't have your arms showing. But yeah, so definitely there's a dress code whether you're in work or entrepreneur. There's definitely.
Let me ask you this: why do you think that they do not teach financial literacy in our educational system? At least
I
in
was
grade school.
in grade school.
Yeah, at least in grade school. We're not going to talk about college or anything like that, but in grade school, why don't they teach
People know about grade school. They know about middle school. They know it's called middle school, not grade school.
Okay, let's say elementary.
Caribbeans know that's grade school.
Let's say elementary, middle, and high school. Why isn't that taught, in your opinion?
Well, it's not taught in our opinion because they want people to be employees or managers, or what's the next thing to manager? Operations manager, supervisor, operational manager. That means managing multiple stores or multiple stores, just making sure that they're running well while, you know, the boss chill at home or do whatever he would like with his free time. He might be starting another business because, you know, entrepreneurs, they don't stop working. They work 24 hours. They only, you know, take vacation sometimes, but most of the time they're working to build more wealth. They don't stop.
Why did you want to get into the entrepreneurship?
You want to give my honest opinion, my honest answer?
Like, most people have some type of a backstory. Me, for example, we all know, like, I do real estate, and the reason I wanted to do that, I didn't even think that real estate was an entrepreneurial field when I was younger. You know, I just thought it was
No,
real estate.
I was introduced to real estate when I was about 17, I think. 17, and I thought it was a scam. I'm not gonna lie.
A scam?
I didn't think it was a scam. I just felt like I couldn't do it because when you get paid off a commission, and then I was 17 working a job, and I was looking for a different job, like a better job, and the entrepreneurship was just not in my mind at 17. They said that they would pay for my classes and things like that, the book, so everything would be free. But I don't know. I was just like, I need money now. Like, you know, I'm a 17-year-old. I want to do what other 17-year-olds are doing. Like, I want to go wild. I want to look cute. I want to have like the fly stuff on. I want to go out to eat. I want to look nice. I want to get my hair done. Honestly, I wasn't thinking about the long run. The time that I started thinking about entrepreneurship when I was 21, because I was tired of working for somebody. I started working at 16 and a half. And at that time, when I got to 21, I was like, I did not want to work for no. I started working at 16 and a half because they almost denied me, okay? Because they thought I was 16, but I was 16 and a half because in a couple months I would have turned 17.
Okay.
And my first job was McDonald's, guys. I was a McDonald's girl, okay?
You had the visor and everything?
I had the visor, the whole suit, the shirt. Listen, I was a whole McDonald's girl up in there getting fat. I was eating everything. That was when I used to eat meat. Yeah, I wasn't interested in the entrepreneurship at 17. But at 21, I got to be my own boss. I hate, like, people are telling you what to do, and then you got these other people that's chilling, and they're still making the same amount, and they have the audacity to tell you what to do. Like, excuse me, you don't be doing nothing. Don't tell me what to do. We're the same. We're in the same category. I'm a sales associate. You a sales associate. We get paid the same. You not my manager. Don't tell me what to do. Only the manager can tell me what to do. And then there's favoritism where if you're there longer or you're like cool with the manager, you got certain things that you could and don't have to do. Like when, let me see. I don't think that applied to McDonald's because my boss was, you know, a different ethnicity. So she didn't really talk to anybody. But when I worked in, what was it? When I worked in a hotel, it was different. There was a lot of favoritism. There was a lot of lazy people that got a slap on the wrist for things. There was people that was working there longer and still got a slap on the wrist for things that they were still messing up. Like, you know better, but it's either you don't care or you're trying to do things quick and then you just messing up and forget to fix it or whatever the case may be. And you feel like you're the hardest working person there, and you got these other people that's getting a slap on the wrist. And when you make a mistake, it's, oh my God, everything is everything is falling apart. And it's like you can't do that to people. When you don't appreciate more good that they do and you just recognize all of the bad stuff, it makes people not want to work there anymore. And for me, to be honest, I never stood in a job long. Every job I had, I stood in. Well, the first job I had was McDonald's. I was working there for about, to be honest, I don't know, probably a couple of months, and then I got fired. My manager set me up. And then I went to another McDonald's in Brooklyn. So the first McDonald's I was working for was in Manhattan, Canal Street. And then the second one was in Bensonhurst. Yeah, I worked for a couple of months and I was trying to get out of there. There was a situation there that I didn't like. It was like, yeah, there was a lot of favoritism there. And the second McDonald's I worked, and all of it was drama. Like any job that you go, there's gonna be high school BS. And
so basically you wasn't back and forth. You felt like you was too old for it. So
I'm too old to be going back and forth with people, especially the managers. Like,
now, do you think that there's a lot of parallels? There's a lot of parallels in the 9-to-5 workforce and the entrepreneurship. The reason I ask is because from what I see, it seems that a lot of people maybe outside of it, or some people still inside of the entrepreneur field, have a misconception that like you don't have any bosses, or you don't you could get up and go whenever you want to. You can do whatever you want, which is really not the case.
Yeah, it's not. One, that's not the case. You're your own boss. So if you decide you don't want to work for a week, you're not gonna get paid. Like the harder you work, the more money you get paid. If you're working a 9-to-5 and you put that work ethic into being an entrepreneur, you will make the same money or more within less time. Obviously, when you first start, entrepreneurship, it's not going to be easy. Everything's not going to become easy because you have to learn how to cope with not working a 9-to-5 physically in your head or mentally. Because now, you get up when you want to, you work when you desire, but I mean, depending on the times you wake up and the times that you work, you miss an opportunity to assist somebody, depending on what entrepreneurship field you're in, because there's a lot, guys. There's a lot. So you're your own boss, and you're your biggest. You could be your biggest loss. That being said, meaning like you have to have the mindset that you can do it, because you're working in a 9-to-5 job. You have a boss telling you what to do, and you have job duties that you already know. You've been doing it for a long period of time. But when you become an entrepreneur, your mindset cannot be the same as working a 9-to-5. Now you have to switch your mindset from working a 9-to-5 to I can do this if I put my mind to it, because you're going to have mental struggles. You're going to be like, oh my God, I can't do this. I'm not making any money.
Very
and things like
discouraging.
that. You're going to discourage yourself, and you could be your worst enemy. And you shouldn't really think about where you're at now. It's where you're going to be in the future. You have to have a good mindset to succeed. Because if you're always doubting yourself and always putting yourself down, then obviously you're not going to be in the right mindset to get things done. You're just not going to do anything at all. And that's the problem with a lot of people. They think when they go into entrepreneurship is easy. No, it's not easy. But it gets easier later down the line. Just like when you start in a job, you have to learn how to do all these duties that you have. Like, say if you came from retail and you decided you want to go to a hotel because they pay more. Well, you have to learn the system. You have to learn a whole lot of things that you didn't learn when you was in retail. So it's a whole different, well, you could say job change or field change. And when you work in a hotel and you go to like corporate or something like that, that's a different field as well, because now you're upper management and there's other things that is required of you. So you have to learn how to do those things as well. So you can't really, everything you go is a learning experience. You can't just go into entrepreneurship and then be like, this is not for me, I'm done. You cannot do that in a job. You
Mm-hmm.
can quit and then go to another job, but why are you quitting?
Mm-hmm.
Just because you feel that something doesn't mean that you have to give up. You just try it again and try it again. Just like when we were babies, we didn't know how to walk. We had to learn how to walk. We fell down a couple of times, and then afterwards we got the hang of it. So it's just like entrepreneurship. You fall down a couple of times and then you get the hang of it and then you succeed. That's why there's not that many entrepreneurs, because not a lot of people have the strength and the mental toughness to be an entrepreneur, because there's going to be good days in business, there's going to be bad days in business, which you should prepare for.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when there's hard days in business, that's when people give up, and that is when you are supposed to go the hardest.
That's when you go the hardest. One of my mentors, his name is JG. And I remember when I got my first listing, I was so excited. I called him and I'm like, James, I got my first listing and I'm driving and I'm like on a highway on the way to get another listing. Huh?
You're going in and out.
All right, you can hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I said, I remember when I got my first listing and my mentor, his name was JG at the time. And I called him and I'm so excited, like, James, I got my first listing, I'm actually on my way to get another listing. And he's like, Christian, like, that's what's up, you're doing your thing. But just remember, right now it's easy. Like, you feel good, you're healthy, you're in a great mood. So that's the easy part. He said it's the days that you don't want to do it that matter the most. He always said that. And out of all of the conversations that he and I had, that was probably like the one that stuck with me, like word for word. It's the days that you don't want to do it that matter the most.
Exactly.
As an entrepreneur, you don't really have the accountability factor that you would at a 9 to 5. If you do something wrong at a 9 to 5, you got to answer to somebody. If you go in late, you got to answer to somebody. You start getting written up, you start getting disciplinary actions and everything like that ended towards you. But when you're an entrepreneur, if you feel like getting up at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, if you have it on the schedule that day, you're going to get up. And maybe you should be in the office at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, to get busy, on and so forth. Now, in the real estate side of it, we don't have a set boss, but we do have multiple bosses depending on how many clients we have. Because now it's more than one person we have to make happy. Just at a 9 to 5, you probably only had one person, maybe 2 or 3 bosses, managers, whatever.
Managers, supervisors, in general.
But in real estate, as many clients as you have, is as many bosses that you have. Now, in a 9 to 5 field, you probably got to answer to 1 to 3 bosses, whatever it is. At least you get a consistent check every week or bi-weekly, whichever it is. You can have 15 bosses in real estate or as an entrepreneur and not get paid for weeks or months at a time. You just never know when. So now it's like, oh my gosh, I'm dealing with all of these people and I don't even know when I'm going to get paid for it. So that can be another discouraging factor of somebody coming out of a consistent paycheck for life going into that field. The payoff can be big though. Your thoughts?
But one thing I don't suggest is quitting your job and jumping right into entrepreneurship. Because you don't know what it is, you're trying it out. So at least have that check coming in from your job while doing part-time entrepreneurship. That's how you get yourself ready to go in full-time entrepreneurship. Because if you have hardships and things like that, you can still rely on your paycheck if you're not getting paid in the career choice that you chose or the business that you opened and like that. Yeah, when I first when I first got into my business, I was working a 9 to 5, but I didn't take my entrepreneurship seriously at the beginning. And then after a while, I was just like, I really thought about life after I came from the convention that my company had. They had a convention June 22nd. It was a great experience. You meet a lot of people with money. What I mean with money, not anybody that's making $50,000 a year. I'm talking about people that's making 6 figures and up. Like if you want to be in the entrepreneurship or make money, you need to be in a circle of people that makes more than you.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't have it now, you have to be with people that makes more than you, because if they make more than you, that inspires you to make more money. If you stick with the same old people that's making less than you, guess what? You're going to stay making the same amount of money that you're making. You're
Mm-hmm.
not going to succeed, overachieve, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And when I decided to take, my entrepreneurship and my business serious, I was just like, well, look at all of these years I've worked in a job, which was probably like, I think I worked 16 to 16 and a half to 26. That's 10 years. Oh my God, 10 years. Lord have mercy. Well, no, not 10 years, about about 9 years. All right, so 9 years
Nine
working
and
in
a
a
half.
job. All right. 9.5 years working for somebody, and I don't have nothing to show for it. I'm not talking about a 401k plan, because that's something that you need to have for your retirement. I'm talking about like, no, I have nothing to show for myself. Like if I was to have a family and I decided I want to quit my job, I have nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I have no net worth. I have nothing, not a damn. Oh, let me not curse. Not a dime, not nothing.
Mm-hmm.
When I mean like I don't have nothing to show for myself, I'm talking about I don't have anything accomplished. I don't have any businesses going. I don't have any residual income coming in. I don't have anything that I could leave for my family, meaning a legacy. I don't have nothing besides a job with a boss telling me what to do, when to do, how to do it, when I could go on vacation. And that's one thing I hated. I hate
Mm-hmm.
it when somebody can tell me when I'm going on vacation. When I choose to go on vacation, you should approve me, because I don't go on vacation that much. And I love going to Canada for Christmas, to spend time with my brother. Well, my family up there. My brother live up there, and my nephews. I only have nephews, but yeah. So when somebody tells me like, oh, you can't go on vacation for Christmas because everybody's requesting it,
Mm-hmm.
well, figure something out, because I want to go to Canada and I want to enjoy myself, because
That's
I've
reasonable. I think that's fair. I think that's very fair.
right, because I haven't been traveling for the whole year
Mm-hmm.
just so I can get this. And you telling me I have to wait until these people decide if they want to take that vacation on that time or not? There's like, no,
Mm-hmm.
thank you. I want to go when I want to go.
Mm-hmm. Now, how does the parallels? Like, all right, tell us a little bit about what you do
But what
without
I do,
giving, yeah, like what you do. We know that you do finance, but give the viewers a little bit more information about what you do and how working with you will benefit.
all right. So what I do is basically I sit down and analyze your finances, meaning that, if you have any debt, I help you to eliminate it within a couple years rather than a whole long time. Because, when people are dealing with their debt, they don't really know what's the best way to get out of debt. They're just paying it. They put a lot on one card and then they end up using it again, and then it's back to the same old debt that they had before. No, we're not going to do that, because our goal is to help you to save more money, have more money in your pocket for you to either save towards retirement or just save for your leisure when you want to go on vacation. Because, a lot of people, they want to travel, but yet they seem to, at the end of the month, they don't really have money, because, a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. We show you how not to live paycheck to paycheck, because at the end of the month, you have a lot of bills. But then after you pay the bills, it's just like you don't have no money, and you're trying to figure out where money is going. And to be honest, when I used to work in a 9 to 5, I never knew where my money was going at the end of the month. I used to
Mm-hmm.
know I used to make a certain amount, and then I had this amount of bills, and then poof goes the rest.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I don't know where it went. So we help sit down and analyze, where you can save more money, what things you can cut out each month that you don't need, so you can end up having more money at the end of the month. We also help you with protecting your income, because if you don't know, protecting your income with life insurance, oh my God, I know that's a scary word, but protecting your income with life insurance is very important and crucial. Reason being is because, let's just say I was married to a person named, who I want my husband to be. Let's just say I was married to Michael B. Jordan, right? I know that's not
Michael
gonna happen.
Michael Jordan.
Michael B.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Apollo Creed.
Listen, whatever. Anywho's, right? And something was to happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Something was to happen to me or him, right? Let's just say he wasn't famous, he wasn't an actor, what have you, and he was just a regular person.
Mm-hmm.
And we were together and we had a child named Anthony. And something happened to either him or me. But we didn't have life insurance. Well, if something happens to me and I'm no longer in the picture, but I was helping to pay bills and I was helping to take care of Anthony, guess what? My income is not coming in anymore. So that means Michael and Anthony have to figure something out. Well, not Anthony because he's a baby, but Michael have to figure something out. He have to figure whether he has to, move out of an apartment and get a smaller apartment. If we had a big one, if we had a house, he got to figure everything out. He got to figure out mortgage, childcare, gas, food, everything on his own while struggling to figure out how he's going to pay for my funeral. Okay? And that is reality, because with this pandemic, a lot of people passed away and a lot of their family members had to scramble and figure out how they're going to pay for funerals. Funerals are not cheap. It's not like a credit card bill. It's $10,000, $11,000. If you're very smart, when you're emotionally distressed because one of your loved ones just passed away, guess what? The funeral parlor, whatever the person that's helping you do the funeral, they're going to try to get you to spend a lot of money. Like they're talking about paying probably like $10,000 for a casket. They're going to try to get you for your money. And with you being with emotionally devastated, guess what? You're probably going to say yes. So you have to be financially stable. So with protecting your income, now let's just say, me and Michael got income protection, life insurance, and Anthony has protection on him as well, because you never know. Kids, we just never guaranteed to live every day, because at the end of the day, God could call us and be like, okay, it's time for you to go. You fulfilled your duty, and that's it. Okay? So now let's just say I have income protection, and then, something happened to me. I passed away from COVID-19, God forbid. Kiss it up to God. And something happened to me. Guess what? With my income being protected, now Michael and Anthony do not have to suffer. They do suffer emotionally, but they don't struggle financially, because now they're still going to have my income coming in. It's not like my income going to be gone, because when you die, guess what? Your job don't continue paying your family because you have to work for that money. Right. So with income protection, that protects your income. If anything happens to me, my family get the money. So they can pay for funeral costs. If I had any debt, they pay for the debt, the loans, whatever I had. And then the rest, they invest it so that it can keep generating wealth, things like that. And we help people save towards retirement, because a lot of people, they think, their retirement is 401k plans or the pension and that's it. Nope. If you don't take that money out from your 401k plan and move it to something private, if that company goes bankrupt or goes out of business, guess what? The company could take that with it. So the 401k plan that you were saving into for your retirement, guess what? That could be gone. They could take their money back and your money. So that's what we do.
Well, that's crazy. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, they can.
I didn't know they could take yours. That's asinine. That's not fair.
It's not fair, but it's business.
But I'm intrigued. Continue. I apologize. I just didn't know that.
So what we do is we teach people more. We show you how to invest money. We show you why it's very important to protect your income and what types of life insurance there is out there. We also show you how to save towards retirement and what the bank does with your money. Ooh, that's very interesting, right? What the bank does with your money. Right.
How they do so much with it and give you so little with a pie.
They don't even give you an interest rate. Listen, I was with TD Bank for like a long period of time. From what? from college, because no, from high school, because I was working at McDonald's and I needed a bank account. I just opened one up. I didn't know really. I was just like, I need a direct deposit. And you don't even with me being a client with them for so long, 10 years, I think 9.5 years or whatsoever, I still don't have an interest rate with them. Like it's zero. I really checked. It's 0%. So my money is not growing at all. But I have other savings vehicles outside of the bank where my money grows. So that's something good. But most people don't know, other vehicles to put their money in so that it could grow over the years. Because in the banks, it depends what bank you have. I don't know if they give you an interest rate or not. Most banks don't. They give you zero. If not zero, just 1%. Or
yes,
the most
it's
they give you is
very
3.
small, very, very, very small. And they just lowered the interest rate.
Well, but this is the thing, right? They get you for your money. This is the banks charge you to have an account with them, and they get money and they invest it elsewhere. So isn't that crazy? Like they really charge you to have an account with them.
They charge you to have an account, as well as
they charge you for if you're overdraft. They charge you for
maintenance fees.
Well, the maintenance fees is they charge you for the account. What else they charge you for? For using another ATM with a different bank, they charge you for that. They charge you for a wire transfer. They charge you for all these things. They're not giving you any incentives. And credit cards, my God.
Even when they do give you an interest rate, it's not at the rate of inflation. So either way, you're still losing money on your dollar.
And that's that, because inflation goes up every year. Everything gets higher every year. Don't you agree? Like rent goes up. Your rent
Everything goes up except for the interest rate.
Freaking Metro cards is going up every year now. Like it seems like every year it goes up $1, $3, $4. Like, no, this is ridiculous. It went up how much in the past couple of years? Oh my God. Everything goes up every year, guys. So if you think,
you remember the single ride?
What? The single ride used to be $2.75, $2.
It was $2 before. It was $2. You get the little paper.
$2.75. Now it's about to be what?
There's no single rides now. You gotta buy actual Metro.
Listen, they're getting your money. Well, what can you say? That's how the government runs. They're trying to get you for your money. Especially, guys, I tell you, you cannot retire with $160,000. You cannot retire with $200,000. You cannot retire with $300,000. Because listen, if you divide it by 4, 5, 6 years, those numbers, let's see how much money you'll have each of those years to spend. Like if you retire with 160, you divide that with 4, that's 40,000 for 4 years. If you divide it in 2, that's 80,000 for 2 years. Then guess what? You have to go back to work. Because soon there's not going to be Social Security. They looking to get rid of that, y'all. So you guys going to have to figure something out, to be honest. They're really looking to get rid of Social Security. So for some of you guys, you have to start saving more in your 401k plans.
Now, let me ask you one more question before I let you go. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
I'm just kidding.
All right. So in marathons, there's a such thing called the wall, right? Which is where, maybe on a 20-mile run, people hit the wall at 8 miles and feel like they can't do anymore, right? So during your tenure in entrepreneurship, have you hit a wall as of yet?
As an entrepreneur, have I hit a wall yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have hit a wall, but that don't discourage me at all.
How did you handle it?
How did I handle it? I handled it very well. Like nothing makes me quit. Because you gotta understand, I had this entrepreneurship mindset for a while now. I just didn't take the step until recently. But I already knew that I wanted to have my own business. So nobody understood why I used to work so many hours and do the things I used to do. I used to work 2 jobs from starting in college for about 4 years. I worked 2 jobs and I was in school. So I worked 2 jobs, meaning that I worked probably 13 or 14 hours between those 2 jobs. And I was in school full time. Because, you know, full time, if you're part time, you don't get financial aid. So guess what? Your girl was full time in school. So that means 13 hours working, and then however much time I was going to school, that was about what? Almost a full day. Well, no. Sorry. Can you still see me?
Yeah, we can still see you.
Nobody called me. But that's about 18 hours, I think. Because I had school, you know, school, some courses are an hour, 2 hours, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to work in the morning from either 8 to, what was the hours? 8 to 3. And then after that, school would be at either 4 o'clock or 5. And then after class, I would get out about what? Like 9, sometime 9-ish.
Oh, wow.
And then at about 10 o'clock, I'd be back at work and get off at 3 a.m. So, boy, oh my God. I don't even know how I survived those times. I used to get headache and migraines. Sometimes I never used to eat. I know eating is important, but I mean, when you working and going to school and you don't find the time to go get stuff, then you get headaches and stuff like that. But I didn't care. I used to do it because I know at the end of the day, I would have to put in those times for my business. And
you was building a brand.
I was building myself to get ready for that time, which is now. So if I have to work 13 hours, 18 hours for my business, I don't give I don't care. Oops, I was about to work again. I don't care. So yeah. And sometimes I would probably get like an hour sleep. Because I would have to do homework, you know, essays and things like that. I couldn't fall back in school. And the last semester that I had was 2017, the beginning of my semester. I was working both those jobs, taking 5 classes this time, because the year before I was taking 4 classes, but this time I was taking 5 classes, and my grandmother passed away. And I had to I was emotionally devastated, but I had to make the choice whether I'm going to give up and cry and stop going to school, stop working just to take some time for myself, or I'm going to push through, get that degree, work them hours, and then when I got the time, I can cry. And I chose the second choice because my grandmother would not want me to like fail in school because she passed away. She wanted me to get my degree. So
it was like
when I got my accomplishment, I was happy. But at that time, when she first passed away, I turned into a different person. I was cold. I didn't really talk to anybody. I was just focused on doing school, like getting my grades. And I finished school with what? 4 B's? No. 3 B's, 2 A's. Or 1 A, 2 B's. I don't know. I have 5 classes.
Thing.
I did my thing, yeah.
That was the purpose of that, yeah.
So if I can do it, anybody could do it. You just gotta, you know, you gotta be tough. Cause life happens. When life happens, you can't just be like, oh, this happened, so I'm gonna give up. Hello, that's the time when you're supposed to be striving to success. Like, nobody gives up because life is happening. If life is happening, put your mind on something else so you won't fall into depression. Because honestly, focusing on those things that are hurting you and things like that is gonna make you depressed. Trust me, I've been there. But nobody really knew I was depressed because I don't talk about my issues out loud. I find ways to help other people so they don't see that I'm hurting.
It's noble. It's noble. Listen, Kenya Cyrus, let them know your email. I'm also going to put it in the description, and your Instagram I'll put it in the description. or how they can find you. They can reach out for advice. They can reach out so you can help them, so on and so forth.
So when you DM me, just let me know who you are and any questions that you have, I can answer. I'm a total bubbly person. Like if you have any issues, concerns, advice you need, I am definitely there to give you advice. I don't judge because I know there's everything in the world that could happen. Different things going on. You know, if you have boy issues, I can talk to you about that because I've been through some things. So my Instagram is ambitiously_crazy. You said my email address too?
Yeah.
My email address is kenyacyrus03@yahoo.com.
There you go. You gotta stop it with the Yahoo. No, I'm
Huh?
just teasing.
I gotta stop looking down.
I said with the yahoo.com.
At least it's not AOL. You know, AOL is ancient. That's way back in the day.
Be like, you've
If
got
it's
mail.
AOL, what?
You've got mail. The AOL.
At least it ain't AOL. Listen, if you got an AOL, that's not considered professional anymore. You gotta go to Yahoo or Gmail, okay?
Wait. You don't know if somebody from America Online going to give you the bag. You got to bag. AOL, we love you.
AOL is good, but you know, everybody prefer Yahoo and Gmail nowadays.
Yeah.
Ancient to have AOL. Not that I say I didn't have an AOL. I used to like AOL.
When they used to send like the CDs back in the days and give you the
Listen,
30 minutes of internet.
times was changing. You gotta adapt with the change, or else you ain't gonna make it. Sorry to say it so bluntly, but it's the truth. If you don't adapt with the new environment, then you're not gonna succeed.
I agree.
Don't let go over your head. Take that seriously.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Kenya Cyrus.
I don't usually have on glasses, y'all. Let me show you what I look like without glasses.
Get the glasses off. There you go.
This is just for the screen so that it don't hurt my eyes because I'm sitting in front of a computer all day. But see, I look different with the glasses. It's cool though. But
Idiot, thanks a million.
thank you. Are you stop